Do you ever wonder what makes our bones so strong? What if I told you that your bones are living things? They can feel pain and even dance. And guess what? You can make your bones stronger by eating yummy foods like milk and cheese. Are you ready to get jiggly? Wiggle those bones because we're going to break it down and build it up. This is funny skeleton science. Welcome back to the lab. It's me. Now, bones may be a spooky Halloween thing, but they're also an awesome part of being alive. Without bones, we couldn't move or protect our insides. Now, that's something worth celebrating. Today, Bonnie Tony and his dancing skeleton squad are going to show us how bones grow, heal, and keep us standing tall. So break it down and build it up. This episode has laughs, learning, and some funky bone dances. Bonnie Tony and his dancing skeleton squad are in the lab today to talk about bone strengthening activities. But first, they need to get their wiggles out. That means it's time for the bone dance. The bone dance. Ooh, my favorite. It's the pelvic bone thrust. Ha ha. Sorry. Hehehe. Okay, kiddos, it's time to learn about our skeletal system. Let's get to it. Now, the human body is made of many different kinds of tissues and cells, including nervous tissue, muscle tissue, and connective tissue. The cells in these tissues do very specific jobs. For example, neurons carry messages between the brain and the rest of the body. Muscle cells help us move, and the cells that make up our connective tissue, like ligaments and tendons, hold things together. Now, all these tissues and cells work together to form larger structures like organs and, well, bones. There are over 200 bones in the human body. Bones come in all shapes and sizes. Some bones, like the femur, are long and strong. Others, like the carpals in your wrist, are small and irregular. Now, the main job of bones is to support the body. Without bones, we wouldn't be able to stand or walk. Instead, we'd just be a pile of squishy organs. Yummy. Bones also protect our internal organs. For example, the rib cage protects the heart and lungs, and the skull protects the brain. Now, don't try this at home, but without bones, your body wouldn't be able to do anything. Speaking of doing things, bones are super important for movement. Bones allow us to move by providing attachment points for muscles. Muscles are attached to bones by tough, fibrous tissues called tendons. When the muscles contract, they pull on the bones, causing them to move. Now, bones are also living tissue. They grow and change over time. In fact, bones begin to form before a baby is born and continue to develop throughout childhood and adolescence. During this time, bones increase in size and strength as the body grows. Now, once a person reaches adulthood, bone growth slows down, but it doesn't stop. Bones continue to remodel and adapt throughout a person's life. Now, this process is influenced by factors like nutrition and physical activity. Now, let's go back to that wiggly question. From the beginning, what makes our bones so strong? Well, the strength of bones comes from their composition. Bones are made up of several components, including calcium and phosphorus. Calcium is a mineral that helps make bones hard and strong. In fact, about 99% of the calcium in the body is stored in the bones. Now, the body needs calcium for many different functions, including muscle contraction, nerve impulse transmission, and blood clotting. If there isn't enough calcium in the body, bones can become weak and brittle, which increases the risk of fractures. That's why it's important to eat foods that are rich in calcium, such as dairy products, leafy green vegetables, and nuts. Now, phosphorus is another mineral that plays a key role in bone strength. It works with calcium to give bones their hardness and rigidity. Phosphorus is also involved in other important processes, such as energy metabolism and the production of cell membranes and genetic material. A deficiency in phosphorus can lead to bone pain and muscle weakness. Foods that are high in phosphorus include milk, yogurt, cheese, meat, and poultry. Now, these components, calcium and phosphorus, are super important for building strong bones. By eating a balanced diet and getting regular exercise, we can help our bodies use these nutrients effectively to maintain healthy and strong bones. Let's take a closer look at how bones grow and heal. Bone growth. Did you know that babies are born with more bones than adults? Yep, around 300 to start. As a baby grows, some of these bones fuse together to form one bone. For example, a baby's skull has several plates of cartilage that eventually turn into bone and join together as the baby gets older. Now, the growth of bones is controlled by special cells called osteoblasts, which are found in the bone marrow. When osteoblasts divide, they form new bone tissue, which helps the bone grow longer and thicker. Now, bone growth occurs at the ends of long bones, which contain areas of cartilage that are responsible for increasing bone length. Now, as a person ages, bone growth slows down and eventually stops. However, bones continue to remodel and adapt throughout a person's life in response to factors such as stress and strain. Bone healing. Bones are living tissue, and that means they can repair themselves when they're broken. When a bone breaks, the body starts a healing process that involves several different cells and tissues. First, blood vessels at the site of the fracture constrict to reduce bleeding. Then platelets and fibrin form a clot to stop the bleeding and provide a framework for tissue repair. Now, osteoblasts and other cells migrate to the area and begin to lay down new bone tissue. Now, this process can take several weeks to months to complete, depending on the severity of the fracture. Now, during this time, it is important for the body to immobilize the broken bone to allow the healing process to occur without interference. Now, once the bone has healed, the body will remodel the area to restore the bone's strength and shape. Now, let's take a look at what would happen if our bodies didn't have bones. Without bones, our bodies would be unable to support themselves and would collapse. We wouldn't be able to move around or protect our internal organs. Instead, we'd just be a pile of gooey, squishy organs. Yuck. So thanks to our bones, we're able to move around, protect our organs, and even dance. Speaking of dancing, it's time for the bone dance. The bone dance. Ooh, my favorite, the pelvic bone thrust. Haha. Oh, sorry. Hehehe. Now, kiddos, it's time to wrap it up. We hope you had fun learning about bones with Bonnie Tony and his dancing skeleton squad. Remember, bones are not just spooky Halloween things. They're an awesome part of being alive. And you can help keep your bones strong by eating healthy foods like milk and cheese. Hey, don't forget to stay tuned for more fun and learning with Bonnie Tony and his dancing skeleton squad. Until next time, keep wiggling those bones and keep laughing. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye. If you love the educational content we create, Be sure to check out some of our other shows. Click here to watch more funny skeleton science, or click here to watch more brain games. You can also subscribe here to get the latest updates on all of our upcoming videos. Thanks for watching. See ya!